I have an insatiable appetite for more. I lived so much of my life with this desperation for what's next. What's next? What's next? It's been the lesson of my life, like the discipleship of my life, to lean into this truth that we're here. We have come to the top of the mountain. Like, take a look around. This is it. Your life, in all of its incredibly ordinary expression, is the main event. In one sense, and I have to kind of maybe explain this a bit, but it doesn't get better than this. You know, hope is the reality that there's a new day coming and there's a restoration happening and all things that have been, you know, deformed will be restored. But that doesn't take away from the fact that the everyday moment is the everyday moment for every day and every moment that's coming. Like, this is it. I looked around a new flat yesterday that we're moving into that didn't have a dishwasher. I've wanted a dishwasher for so long, and I texted my wife and said it doesn't have a dishwasher. Last night I was sat thinking, and I felt the Spirit say, you're not ready for a dishwasher, because you haven't fully learned what I'm teaching you in washing dishes yet. Because there's something in washing dishes, there's something in experiencing God in these everyday moments that until they're inhabited, until they're fully embodied, everything else is a footnote. The stage is a footnote. The dream that you have in your mind is a footnote, and it's unfulfilling until washing dishes is enough. And this is the great revelation of the saints of old and the desert fathers. The life you long for is hidden in the life you already have. There's nothing out there that's gonna fulfill the need you have, which is this deep eternal longing for more and this deep eternal appetite. You have an eternal appetite. There's nothing out there that's ever gonna satisfy it. It's inhabiting these extraordinarily ordinary moments that are gonna fulfill us in such a deep way that will live, as the Apostle Paul said, with the peace of God that surpasses understanding, that transcends our minds. I'm very much on that journey, but it feels like it's the journey of my life. You know, it's like when Moses saw the bush, the line, which again feels like a throwaway line, but is the line of that passage for me, is he stepped aside. So he saw it, but then he stepped aside, which in my reading is he saw it and then he leant in. He was walking through an ordinary desert with an ordinary burning bush. The rabbis say the miracle wasn't that the bush was ablaze. The miracle was that Moses paused. It was a desert. Bushes got caught up in flames often, the dry and brittle wood. So it's the washing of the dishes and then the stepping aside, leaning into the dishwashing, changing nappies, and then sitting at that same desk that you've sat so many times and encountering God in that.
Hi, I'm Jaden. I'm a part of the team here at Streams Studio. You may not know this, but Streams is a charity, which means that every video that we film and release on our platform is made possible through the generosity of individuals like yourself. Every person who gives to Streams is someone who wants to join our mission to give people hope on their toughest days. And for those of you that have the funds, you can even join the Current, our regular giving community here at Streams, just by setting up a monthly donation. Our heart is to always be able to share these videos for free. Thanks for considering being a part of the community that makes that possible.